In the previous lesson, we debugged lists and identified indexes of substrings. Before we begin, make sure you completed Unit 5, Lesson 3, Bubble 12 with functioning code. Today's lesson will be making list programming in code.org, Unit 5, Lesson 4, List Make. To warm up, imagine that you want to build an app for reminders. What information do you think would be stored in a list? Well, to create reminders, you need to append them to a list in the first place. You would also likely insert other reminders that become more important than the original reminders. And lastly, you would want to remove reminders as you completed them. By doing these, you've utilized all the list programming you've learned so far: append, insert, and remove. Today's activity will be doing something similar. Tinker with the example app in code.org, Unit 5, Lesson 4, Bubble 2. Add a few reminders to the app and see them appear on your screen. Be sure to scroll back and forth to see them listed. You will be building this app. The user design has already been made for you, but you will add some basic programming. Step 1. Call two variables to the screen. These will be used later on. Also name a function. Specific steps of this function will also be created later. Step 2. Create an on event for the add button. Insert a new variable called add input that changes the text to reminder input. Good news, these things are pre-named in the user design mode for you. Insert an append item line of code with the list and item. Lastly, insert the update screen function because on this event will also trigger this function that you have not created just yet. Step 3. Now you'll create an on event for the write button. This time, insert an if statement that checks if the index is less than the reminders list.length -1, meaning as a user adds items to the list, the length will grow. This also means that there will be more to scroll through with the write button. If the if statement is true, then make the index count up by 1. Lastly, insert the update screen function. Remember, you have not created this specific step just yet. Step 4. Now you'll create an on event for the left button to do basically the opposite of the right button. Insert an if statement to check if the index is greater than 0. If true, the index will decrease by 1. Because as you scroll left, the reminder that displays should be the one that was used before it, thus the index counting down. Lastly, insert the update screen function again. Step 5. Finally, you'll create the actual update screen function. Create an update screen function, set the property for the reminder input to display text and empty quotation marks to handle what users type. Insert an if statement that checks reminders list.length to be greater than 0. If true, set property of reminder output and the count output to text. Make reminder output to be the reminders list brackets index. Make the count index +1. If false, then reminder output property and text become a string called add reminders. Lastly, don't forget to include comments in your code to explain what should be happening in chunks of blocks. These are easy points to earn in the rubric for Make assignment. Debug any errors that appear in the code, such as yellow or red notifications. I can help you debug if you email me. Don't forget to check the rubric before hitting submit. When you are satisfied with the functioning app, click the submit button in code.org, and I will begin grading those that are officially submitted.